Well, welcome to this Tuesday edition of a President's Update. I've said I am committed to sharing the latest of what's happening in the ministry of America's Keswick, and with me today are two very special people. First, we have Karen Rigby, who is on our partner care team, and we also have Robert Kenny, who is our director of partner care. And today we want to give you a little bit of an update of where we stand year end with our deficit. Over the last few months, I've shared with you that for several different reasons, we have experienced a deficit this year at America's Keswick. And Rob, what are some of the reasons why we've had a deficit this year?
It's actually a good reason. A lot of our larger gifts sometimes come in through legacies, which when somebody passes on from this world, they leave us a gift, and we haven't had as many of those this year. So that's a good thing in a sense, but also we still have a need.
Yep.
So it leaves that void. It's not filled.
So we've experienced very few legacy gifts. The other thing that we've experienced, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you been to the grocery store lately? It is crazy. And one of our biggest expenses this year has been raw food. Just buying food has been almost double what we anticipated it to be. And that's due to inflation and things like that. So right now, we are currently running about a $215,000 deficit as we think about closing out the year, which is a big number. But Karen, one of the things that I thought was so special, we were emailing back and forth this week, and you had mentioned in the email about our prayer partners. And so maybe just share a little bit about maybe what the Lord had putting on your heart when it came to that.
Well, actually, it wasn't my idea. I can't take credit for it, but one of our dear donors and guests that was here recently suggested to me, she was burdened with our need for to close the year in the black. And she thought, hey, we have close to 3,000 prayer partners that pray for the ministry every single day. And what if each of them gave $100 or what they could, or if most of them gave something? So that would really take care of our deficit and get us to close in the black. So,
which is amazing to think about, because I think when we think about a number like $215,000 for me personally, that is an astronomical number. But when you package it in a way we have almost 3,000 people that almost every single day are praying for this ministry. Many of you are prayer partners, and we're so grateful for that. This ministry could not happen if it wasn't for you who are praying for this ministry. But if our prayer partners were able to give $100, the deficit would be gone, which is just incredible to think about. But Rob, you were just talking, there are some unique ways people can give to the ministry. So if someone is watching this right now going, I believe in what God is doing at America's Keswick, lives are being changed, men and women are being set free, what are some ways someone could give?
But even the why, like my life was changed because of the ministry here. I came here as a drug addict, and God radically changed my life. And I can't help but talk about the ministry now. I love it, and I love what God does here. And so we do need help. And a few ways you could help. First and foremost, I'm going to ask you to pray with us, because before we started this video, we were in prayer. It was in another meeting. We were in prayer. Early morning, us staff, we were around praying for the deficit. So would you come pray with us that God would provide? And then too, I'd ask if you would even give. As Karen mentioned, if we had 300 people give $100, or 3,000 people give $100, that'd be amazing. You could go right on our website and give now. Just click on there, put it for year end. Some people don't realize, though, if you have stock, you could donate stock directly to America's Keswick, and you can bypass a lot of the capital gains taxes that you would pay, because we don't pay taxes. If you're over 70 and a half and you have an IRA, you could give out of your required minimum distribution. So these are just a couple ways. But if you want more information, I would love to chat with you. You can call me directly. My cell phone number is 302-668-7674, and I'd love to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, aside from the deficit, I just want to share with you, one of the things you kind of do at the end of the year is you kind of rehearse numbers. And here are just two celebrations I want to highlight in this video. Number one, this year alone, we've had 72 men graduate from the Colony Mercy. That means that 72 men are growing in the Lord and being set free from their addiction, being sent back into a local church, diving into their covenant. And you are a part of that. If you pray, if you give, you are a part of those 72 men who are now walking in victory. But the other thing to celebrate this team, our Partner Care team, you told me that this year your team went over 800 donor visits and meals connecting with our partners, which I think is just so awesome. So I just want to celebrate you, because that means that almost 800 touch points with you, whether it be through prayer, a phone call, a meal, a dinner, or a visit, that's, I think, rare for a team like yours. And so I'm just so grateful for how you love our partners and love you all in the ministry.
We love them.
So that's the update. I want to say thank you, and you're going to hear more video updates from me. You're going to get to sit down with Luke, who is our CFO. I'm going to do a video with Matt, our new Director of Operations. You're going to get to sit down with Jim Lang, who oversees the Colony of Mercy. So I hope this is an encouraging time for you to get to meet some of our staff. And with that, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. God bless, and let's continue to pray what God does here at America's Keswick.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.